What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21, but before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. If you missed our previous video, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out. You don't want to miss it. It's a little laid-back gameplay commentary with a pick six out of nowhere. So for today's video, I want to go into a little detail on the power-up pass in Madden 21. Now, if you're new to Madden, if you are unaware, you get these power-up passes that can act as it's a player collectible, or it's an item collectible that can go into a particular player's power-up. That way you don't have to spend the coins on that player item. So, as an example, this 62 to 81 overall power-up pass that you see on the screen here can be plugged into a player between that overall. I mean, it's most likely you're going to go for an 80 or 81, right? You can plug that into an 80 or 81 overall player. For example, I have Jimmy Smith, right? This is the one that I was just messing around with a second ago. Jimmy Smith is an 80 overall card. I can use this power-up pass in Jimmy Smith's power-up, and I don't have to spend the coins on the Jimmy Smith Elite Player item. Not that it's that expensive right now anyway, but it just can help you save coins, right? How do you get these? Well, you can see I'm at the milestones here. So once you get 10 daily objectives, which is done by winning 2 games and purchasing a pack from the store, you're going to get a 62 to 81 overall power-up pass. 25 daily objectives get you an 82 to 84. 50, 85 to 86, so on and so forth, right? I believe Madden's been out. I've pretty much done every single daily objective, as you can see, 44 right now. So Madden's been out for about 44 days. So we've done all the objectives we can. 5 more daily objectives is going to get us, or 6 more rather, is going to net us an 85 to 86 overall power pass. You also get these for leveling up your MUT level, right? So at different, I can't show them. It's not going to let me show them because I've already unlocked them, but at certain levels, you're going to get a power-up pass. It's usually, it's usually level 5, level 10, level 20, 30, 40, so on and so forth, right? So these power-up passes are super valuable, and if you use them right, you can make coins with the same power-up pass throughout the entire lifespan of MUT. Now, what am I talking about? How are we doing this, right? Well, let's kind of go step by step on what you want to do with the power-up pass. I'm going to scroll over here and kind of get to my item binder as I'm talking, but the first thing you want to do with these power-up passes is you want to go into your phone and you want to go into the notes and you want to write down who you're using the power-up pass on. I'll put on the screen right here a little shot of what I've used my power-up pass on. Now, this is important because this is going to evolve as Madden goes on throughout this life cycle, as Madden 21 does. The reason it's going to evolve is these players that you're using these power-up passes on, they're going to change, and at least they should change, right? And I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example here. Let's come to Marcus Peters here. So let's click on Marcus Peters' player item here. Scroll over to upgrades. And I'm just going to show you how I was able to use an 82 to 84 overall power-up pass to make some coins and still upgrade this player. So here's Marcus Peters. His item is an 82, or it's an 83 overall, I believe. Last week, the new flashbacks released. I believe I had my power-up pass on Deion Jones. And at the time, Deion was selling for 25K, right? Well, Marcus Peters, when his new card, his new flashback released, his power-up went up in price and his player item went up in price. His player item I was able to sell for about 50K. This was an 82 overall Marcus Peters. I sold him the day of. You gotta be quick with this, right? When you see a new player item come out, jump on it, sell that item the day of, and then switch the power-up pass, and then go buy the other card that you had the power-up pass in before, right? So in this case, I sold Marcus Peters for 50K. I bought Deion Jones for about 20K. I netted 30K just by switching my power-up pass around, right? Did nothing. I didn't have to do anything, and then that allowed me to have, enough coins, save up enough coins, to where I was able to go ahead and power Marcus Peters up completely and then buy his flashback. I bought his flashback pretty quick right when the card dropped. It was only for about maybe 130, 140K. Later on in the day, later on in the week, that thing was selling for like 160, 170K. So I was able to net 30K there too, just by staying on top of things. You can do this by following EA's account on Twitter. They will tweet out new player items ahead of time, so you can kind of have an idea. Mutthead on Twitter will also do the same thing. There is an account on Twitter that does leak some stuff, and they're usually pretty reliable. I don't know it off the top of my head, but this is a way you can kind of stay in tune with some of the items that are going to be releasing before they actually release. So then you can really just start kind of thinking that thought process of how I'm going to use, you know, in this case, the power-up pass to help me make some coins. In my case, I was able to make 30 coins, right? But you want to know who you have the power-up pass on first and foremost, right? I can't tell you how many times in Madden 20 I'd go back in trying to do this method and I'd completely forget, you know, hey, do I have Lane Johnson's elite player item or do I have the power-up pass on him? I don't remember. And the thing that stinks about that is, as the year goes on, you're going to have to downgrade these to get them, and you're losing training, right? Because when I downgrade this 900 training that it takes to power him up, I'm only getting 450 training back. So that's getting cut in half. This is going to really add up over time. So that's why you want to know who you have your power-up pass on, so you're not blindly going in, losing training, and then realizing, oh, I didn't have the power-up pass. I actually had the elite player item, right? So go into your notes, write down who you have. You saw mine on the screen. Write down who you have as your power-up. So as I mentioned, these power-up passes, they should evolve as the MUT life cycle progresses. You should not have the same power-up pass on the same player as the year goes on, right? I mean, that seems like a given. There's going to be new player items that come out. There's going to be new players that you want to use. There's going to be players on your team right now that you're not going to use, right? In my case, with me using a theme team, most of the players that I have right now, I'm waiting for new player items to come out, right? I'm waiting for you know, lower overall cards like Orlando Brown to get a player item to come out. He is one of the ones that I've got the 62 to 81 overall power-up pass on. So, I mean, if he comes out, I don't have to worry about buying his card, his elite player card, which may end up raising in price. It probably won't raise too much, but, you know, in my case, I'm waiting for that. But by the same token, you know, as the year goes on, there may be newer player items that come out that I might be able to use a power-up pass on. I can throw them in. That way I don't have to buy their, say, 88 to 89 overall card. In about 5 more days, in about 2 more levels, as you can see, I'm going to get an 89 to 90 overall power-up pass. Most likely, that's going to go on Lamar Jackson here. Then I can sell Lamar's card. I haven't looked, but I'm assuming this thing's going for 150 to 200K still, right? So, I mean, that's just extra coins that I can make just from leveling my team up, right? Or let's just from leveling my MUT level up. So, but as you can see, we've got a lot of power-up cards that are just sitting in my binder, right? These are here for really one reason. When new player items release, for example, let's say a 93 overall Deshaun Watson releases, right? This power-up, which is selling for probably about 3K right now. Okay, it's up to 6K. Wow, that's actually kind of high. I don't know if that's going to sell for that. But if he gets a new player item, this power-up is going to go for, I'd say, double, maybe even triple that. So you can hang on to these power-up items that you get from, you know, going to the player exchange, exchanging lower overall cards. You're eventually going to get some of these power-ups, these 70 overalls, the 75 overall power-ups. Eventually, for exchanging them, you're not going to just get a regular gold player item. You're going to get a power-up, right? And if you cash in on a big power-up, you're going to make some coins. Fred Warner, he gets a new card. Let's say he's the best middle linebacker in the game in a couple weeks. This power-up is going to sell for well more than 2,000 coins. So you want to hang on to them. You want to see, you know, when these cards come out, you want to look to see where the markets goes, where if it goes up, right? And then you want to go ahead and sell these cards then, because you're going to make a lot more for hanging on to them, right? Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately, his power-up's only going for about 4K right now. Had I got this Patrick Mahomes power-up a few weeks ago, you know, when the game came out, closer to that time, I could have sold this thing for a lot more, right? And he's power-up is going to go up. It's going to go higher in price. Eventually, he's going to get a 95 overall. He's probably going to be the best quarterback in the game at one point. And when that's the case, I'll be able to sell that and I'll be able to make a lot more. So not only do you want to use your power-up passes strategically, you want to hang on to these power-ups that you pull from packs because you'll be able to sell them later on and make more coins. So the power-up pass can save you on coins, and you can switch the power-up pass around from player to player as new players release. Sell the old items, right? I mentioned Deion Jones here. I sold his player item. I went ahead, I switched that over to Marcus Peters. I switched that power-up pass over to Marcus Peters. Bought Deion Jones card for about 20K, sold Marcus Peters for 50K, plus 30K right there. So you can switch them around, you can make coins there, you can save coins by not having to buy player items, and then you can make more coins as they release new player items by selling the power-ups that you hang on to, sell them at the right moment. You're going to make a lot of coins. So with that being said, these power-ups can make you coins throughout the entire life cycle of Madden. The power-up passes can do the same thing. You just kind of have to know how to work it, right? It just comes from experience. I hope this video kind of gave you some direction as to how you can use the power-up passes and how you can use these power-ups to save you coins, but also make you coins. If you have any questions, leave me the questions in the comment section below. I love interacting with you down there. I will definitely get back to you, and I will answer those questions and give you some direction to get you going in the right direction that you need to be going, okay? So that's going to do it for this video, though. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like rating. And if you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. I'm jslayyfitness. I'm signing out today. I'll catch you all on my next video.